everybody, welcome back to the last game of the night. And opening up on Vinyl Research Station, it is our orange turn player from Forge Force Gaming, Friday UK, Ceonsamea.
And his opponent in the top spawn position of Vinyl Research Station, playing for Brought to Life Gaming. It is the Red Zerg who loves his long games and has excellent creep spread. Playing, I believe, from the US, it is Maellic. Or Maellic. Not too many vowels in a name, man. Just go with Ceonsamea. It's so much easier. No? Okay. So, Reaper expand coming from Ceonsamea. I mean, I'm guessing he's going to go to 4 Reapers, and that's actually going to I'm really curious how Maellic is going to defend against this. He did go for Pool before Hatch. Sorry, he went for... Yeah, I believe Pool before Hatch. No.
Yes? No? Maybe? I don't know. Can you repeat that question?
No, sorry. He went Hatch, then Pool. He went Hatch, then Pool.
Sorry, yeah, that's not
interesting decision, because I kind of feel like I'm sure he knows Ceonsamea's playstyle is get 4 Reapers literally every game. So I'm kind of intrigued by how he's going to play this out. He really likes the macro style, and I don't think Ceonsamea likes macro. He can, but I don't know if that's his preference.
I don't know. I'd say Ceon's, a fairly macro player. Certainly not cheesy. He has his own style, and his styles can be very, very different between matchups. Although he has shown increasing fondness for Reapers, just generally these days. So, we'll see. We'll see what he does in his TVZ. These days, it looks like it's going to be a 3 Reaper opening as well. But obviously, mixing on that command center a little bit faster, especially on Vinyl Research Station, a map where you can very much secure kind of pocket natural, particularly nicely.
Yeah, the economy, both players getting up into the mid-game economy, essentially, very, very quickly. 2 Reapers finally joining in. Hadn't killed any drones yet, but got some lings. Speed is about halfway done, though, so Maellic really kind of preparing for this. Doesn't look like he's going to do some sort of baneling play or anything like that. He's taking guys out of gas and just droning up at the moment. We do see 2 Reapers getting the main, though. He actually stopped at 3 Reapers, which you were correct, and now is going to actually a 3rd CC in a factory. So, I mean, playing a little bit greedy. I'm guessing he's not going to land it for a while and just have incredible SCV production. Reapers are kiting these lings right now. Will get a couple. Ooh, actually almost getting that drone. Will he lose one of these Reapers? No, barely gets it out. Metabolic boost is about 10 seconds away, and that's really going to help Maellic be able to defend against this. Now I'm curious whether Maellic is going to spot this command center with his Overlord and take a 3rd. Or I'm curious if he's going to move that in, because that'd be perfect. If he sees that 3rd CC, it doesn't mean he can easily take a 3rd. He is taking a 3rd now, but definitely allows him to, gives him a little bit more leeway in this matchup.
Yeah, it does provide him with a few more options at least. And one of the things we're going to see in a minute as well is that I really like about 3 Reaper opening, and I'm pretty sure I talk about it every single time because I really like about 3 Reaper opening, is it adds so much more punch to that Hellion Harass. And although that's a little more difficult on a map like Varney, where you can't kind of threaten a 3rd and the natural by dancing between them, it's still really, really nice. And Maellic actually hasn't gone for too many queens here, so he's going to have a little bit of difficulty defending this 3rd base. He's more relying on the map architecture to defend it than he is on actual just units, and that could end up being a little unsafe for him as we see Ceon moving out on the map with his Hellion Reaper Force.
One nice thing for Maellic, though, is the speed and creep. And I was going to say, with the Reaper in Hellion style, what's really nice is just because if you do have a lot of queens, the Hellions just can't really do much, but then the Reapers just keep coming back with more health. We do see 2 queens now. This force should be able to overwhelm 2 queens, actually, but they have to be very careful. They got 1 creep tumor down, but 2 more are down, and actually scanning, I think really wants to get this. Oh, actually, Lings may get us around. Lings take out 1 Hellion, and actually backing off for now. They know they have to engage with these queens, but the creep is spreading just more and more. He has to waste another scan to do this. He is getting an orbital. He does have an orbital with that 3rd command center, though, and right now he's in a very scary position here. No more Lings coming out, though, actually kiting decently, and he's got to be careful, but these Reapers will get more health, and he has not lost any Reaper from even the beginning. And this is looking better and better for him. Getting Stim out and just going into a bio, or actually, going into a bio play. Going standard bio, keeping the Hellions, though, for a little while. Actually, Not for now, but yeah, I mean, going into bio and looking pretty strong. Didn't get a lot of damage done, but he's containing his opponent and containing the creep spread, which is so vital versus Maellic's play.
Yeah, absolutely. Going to be really, really good for him here. And these Hellions, they're threatening quite a lot of damage on that drone line, but they are going to back off. Doesn't really want to go too deep for that. Just going to clear out these active creep tumors, though, is quite nice. And this is exactly what these Reapers are so good at, adding the DPS onto those creep tumors.
Yeah.
And just kind of one-shotting the ones that get laid. But he's not going to... there we go. Yep. Just going for that one. Not going to get the other one, though, quite.
Ooh, they're transfused already, so he's fine.
Yeah, nice.
1-1
nice.
coming out for Maellic right here is actually the exact same thing also for Ceonsamea, so completely even on that, but we do see the layer coming out for Maellic, so this is really going to be the decision. I presume he's going Bane. Actually, I take that back. He does not even have a Baneling Nest. These Lings are really only defensive, and that's actually really, really nice for Ceonsamea, forcing out a lot of Banelings while he doesn't even have a Baneling Nest down. So this is going to be really interesting because I'm guessing Maellic will do Roach Hydra style. Or else he's just incredibly late Baneling Nest.
Yeah, potentially. So I am really sorry. I'm going to have to leave you for just a second because somebody's alarm is going off continually on their phone in the kitchen. I keep on trying to shut it off, but I'm going to find out whose it is. So I'll be back in just a second.
Right, yeah. Right now, as I was saying, there's incredibly late Baneling Nest, but that late Baneling Nest has allowed Maellic to get out this 1-1, which you do see often, but not crazy in Maellic's play so far. He hasn't really got that, but right now he will be able to secure this 4th base with so many Lings, and actually will be going for the Baneling Nest. I feel like this is so late, but he has got this 3rd base economy up and pushed out so many Lings to defend Ceonsamea, but Ceonsamea will get that 3rd base down. He's got a bunker up and deciding to move out now, actually, and with a lot of Marines, no Marauders, surprisingly enough. He has put most of that gas into the upgrades for now, and he does have stims. This is going to be a very potent attack when he goes for it. As I was saying, Trigonal, that we do see the Baneling Nest actually going down, but Ceonsamea has no Marauders with his force moving out, and only 1 medevac, so really interesting where his gas is going. He still has 500 gas, though.
Yeah, I think it's going to the army, but this is a great surround all of these things. Absolutely demolishes Ceonsamea's force. Really, really nice engagement there by Maellic. And that almost makes up for his engagement up the ramp and expedition lost so long ago.
I was gonna say, you said it was the gases into the army. Well, it's all Marines, man. That's what I was saying. It's kind of fun.
Armory.
Oh, armory. Yeah,
upgrades.
no, I got you. I was like, well, yeah. I mean, it normally goes in the army, but if it's all Marines and Hellions, it's not going into the armory.
No, not quite. Armory upgrades and all these reactors. God damn, that's a lot of reactors. 6 reactors on here. And yeah, I mean, Maellic's actually going to go home. I think he could have done a lot of damage there with those Lings.
We do see a drop in the top right-hand corner. Oh, actually, I don't know if it's accident preemptively dropping. Actually, just cleaning up some overlords here. But so many Lings. I mean, these Lings are just at the current amount of the time, or the current. Wow, I can't say words now. At the current time in the game, this amount of Lings really just overwhelms whatever. He just cannot get surrounded by them. He's got to wait a little while. But the creep of Maellic, once again, I mean, it's just so good, man. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's looking pretty nice, especially on Binary Research Station. A little bit harder of a map to creep up.
It's like the next thing Maellic hasn't done yet. If he wants a long game.
That is. He did say he wasn't playing. I mean, he kind of implied he wasn't a huge fan of Stormhost. And Binary Research Station, whilst it is a good Stormhost map, it is very, very difficult to play a good Swarmhost versus Bio style because it is crucial not to lose your Swarmhost in pretty much any Swarmhost style.
It's just so wide open. They can stim forward us so easily.
So difficult to do versus Bio with the maneuverability. I mean, that's the biggest thing that almost every Zerg player up until like High Masters is weak to, is just being torn apart by a Terran dropping all over the place, and they can very much do that. So it is very few players, even at the top level, who do try that. It's like Snoot and Scarlet tried it once, and it just didn't work out. But either way, I don't think we're going to be seeing that out of Maellic. I think just he's stuck with his normal Ling Bane Muta every game. So far, it's served him well in most games. For now, this is the bio, particularly with the addition of Widowmine, it's getting a little bit too much for just Lings alone to clean up. But another
really
round
nice
of Banelings coming
spread.
And this is a lot of Banelings, and it's go time for Maellic. Big
friendly fire
on the left-hand side, and the Mucleus are actually going to draw some huge Widowmine hits. Not quite. Maellic at the perfect time tells all his Banelings to detonate and cleans up all the Widowmines. Most of the Widowmines didn't actually even get a chance to get a shot off, and big engagement there by Maellic. very nicely taken.
What's really cool is both players are the exact same upgrades, literally only like 5 seconds earlier for Maellic, or 5 seconds quicker for Ceonsamea here. But with that one engagement right there was a lot of friendly fire from those Widow Mines. Another engagement happening, but very little splits happening. Oh, actually, Maellic does pull back. He does spot that Widow Mine beautifully from him. Fourth base is going down for Ceonsamea, actually fourth base. Fifth base, and the fourth base is at the gold right now, but Muta's engaging. Missile turrets won't get down in time enough, and Maellic's really moving over to that. We do see drilling claws coming out for Ceonsamea, just even more. I don't think he's not really going for that Thor Marine style. He's going for that Widowmine style versus this Baneling Muta style right now. And this fourth base will be taken out, and so there's the third base will be taken out, so another fourth base, which we'll take that. But I mean, again, into the natural, we only see a couple missile turrets, and really they were pretty much a wall. And once that door was open, the door's open, and there's no wall defending because of how these missile turrets are placed. So these Mutalisks will work away at this, and actually managed to get a nice Widowmine hit. Beautiful.
And, yeah, I don't think that was really cost efficient for Maellic there, but I mean he did exterminate. Oh, he's going to fly over these Marines as well and lose another Mutalisk or two, and these are all painful losses for Maellic. But he cleans up those eventually. I think only like one Mutalisk went down. Yeah, so I don't know about that, but oh my god, look at this massive Banelings being morphed in on the left-hand side. 32 Banelings. That's a lot of Banelings. At the risk of causing alcohol poisoning if players who are playing the Caster StarCraft drinking game, that is a lot of Banelings.
Definitely a lot of Banelings here, and Ceonsamea is actually moving out straight into them. He only has, actually, he does have 2 Widow Mines, but they've just been set off, and there's none left. All he has is these meager amount of Marines, and that is 62 Marines, actually, now that I say that, but that is still a lot of Banelings to be able to split against these Marines here. Marines moving forward, only a couple of Widow Mines still on the right-hand side, trying to get a very nice surround. Some Changelings moving in, and this is actually looking really nice for Ceonsamea. Won't clean up this Changeling. Banelings moving in, some decent splits so far. Right hand side being taken, some Thors in the army, but Baneling's just overwhelming so much. Thor is taken out, and Maellic's looking like he's pushing forward hard. Ceonsamea on a full retreat. Changelings to the left hand side, and actually Ceonsamea not on a retreat. There was Changelings, but the medevacs did survive, which are really the big units, or not the big units, but the key units for Ceonsamea to stay alive for a while longer here. And I mean, Planetary does go down though on the left-hand side, and Maellic is pulling back. He's basically surging. He went in, cut out what he wanted, and just going back and defending.
Yeah, absolutely. The damage he needed to be done was done there. Maellic is taking his 5th base, and now Ceonsamea still stuck on 3. Very, very close to mining out. Ceon, it will, of course, mine out much faster than Maellic just because of the power of mules. It's only an advantage up until you run out of minerals. And, yeah, we see another engagement coming here, stepping forward here from Maellic, and there's just so many Lings here this time. Ceonsamea has nothing left nearly. The last little pack of Marines getting cleaned up by some big banging hits. The Lings wrap around. And what does Ceon have left? 62 army supply, but where is it? It's all in medevacs. There's 9 medevacs here, so much for his army supply. It's next to useless and fine. Every single Marine will have their personal medevac at least, and that's something. But he's going to have some miracle Widowmine hits. Let's see how good
Deja vu. You said that exact thing in this exact situation a couple days ago when I was casting with you. There's so many Widowmines. I don't remember who it was, but like those exact words is what you used. But yes, in top right-hand corner, we see a little drop happening, but only 3 Marines, so I don't know if it's gone right now. I don't really know what's planning there. Mutalisks will catch that, and we did see a 3,000 mineral bank for Maellic, but one nice thing coming in right now is 3-3 is just finally finishing for Ceonsamea. Well, it's been done actually it's not done, but it is still on the way for Maellic. And I mean, Ceonsamea's moving out. He's got to make something happen with a huge drop. But on the left-hand side, I mean, so many Lings. These Lings can move in and hit really hard in this natural base, especially with no bunker, only these supply depots.
Yeah, it's gonna be really tough for him, and he's loading up a big drop, going to try and bypass.
Ceonsamea's actually stopped muling, by the way.
Oh dear, that's not a good sign. Maellic, though, is already ready for this with a Lings and Banelings in his main base, and now Ceonsamea is going to try and find a good spot to drop. Dropping that Thor first is going to soak up a lot of the Baneling hits, and now these Widowmines can burrow up. They do go off in a few Lings and a couple of Overlords. That Overlord, very nice positioning, is going to kill a lot of the Marines, or at least damage them up, weaken them up a lot. And now Maellic comes in with the Mutalisks. He's actually not going to clean this up because Ceon is pushing in towards the 5th base as well. This is where Ceon excels multiple locations at once, but Maellic is matching him absolutely. Lings swarming over the drop in the natural. At the same time, he's cleaning up the Thor and the Marines as they try to retreat, getting absolutely harassed to death by these Lings, and Maellic, he holds again, and Ceon still doesn't have... He doesn't really have the 4th or 5th bases really secured just yet. He's just beginning to take them, but Maellic hasn't started to pressure them, and now he will.
Yeah, and especially in this 3rd base, at least at the gold, or so, I mean the 4th base, whichever bases they are, the base at the gold does have an overlord just hanging out right there, so does see everything going down, and I mean, Maellic knows about that. Maellic is also... I mean, he's getting out Ultralisk Cavern, but he just pumped out, I think, 60 Lings. He is at 82 Lings right now, and counting, and I mean, he's going into this planetary fortress, taking it out. Missile turret's actually denying some surface area, but at the same time, on the left-hand side, Ceonsamea is trying to push forward, but just not quite enough. Clearing out creep that 3rd base at there. Sorry, I don't know. The gold base is gone, and Ceonsamea has to pull back, and he's really... The place where he can be aggressive is right in front of this 4th base. And the place where he needs to defend is here, so he really needs to hang out for here right now, keep his Widow Mines here, and when he's going to be able to retreat onto it just because the creep is so far out.
Yeah, he is absolutely... I mean, that creep is insane. Sane's going to push forwards and try and spread it, push it back, but the Queens with full energy came forward for another creep tune, and they are still there. Every creep tune that Ceon kills will be replaced by 2 more by those Queens, and Maellic now coming forwards for a big... or a little bit of a flank round with Nucleus, just looking to get some damage on Ceon while he tries to hold with his Lings and Banes. And now we see Maellic bring in the Ultless as well, and this is where he's swept away some of his games beforehand. When he makes it to Hive, he makes it to 3-3 and starts actually really being able to go absolutely toe-to-toe with the Terran forces. But he's coming in for engagement here. Ceon's just a little bit off creep, and the Widow Mines are burrowed. Decent connections here. And
big Widow Mine connection.
Maellic, but is it enough? It's no, there's just too much here still for Maellic. A huge Widow hit comes too late in the engagement, and Ceon's army is cleaned up. Maellic 101 army supply to 40 from Ceon. Is it enough to close out the game?
Ceonsamea does take out a base in the top right-hand side, though, is reinforcing, but we do see 5-2 just finishing for these Ultralists. Ultralists moving on to this planetary fortress. There's no SCVs healing it. It will go down, and Ceonsamea coming on the right-hand side, trying to take it out, but no medevacs here. They will stem back, but I mean, there's literally just no medevacs, so it's so weak. No bunkers to fall back to. One Widow Mine, decent shot off, and a little bit of friendly fire. Another Widow Mine there, but there's some great splits here for Ceonsamea. He has to retreat up this ramp, but very little left for him. We do see a couple of Marines in the top right-hand corner, but nothing happened. Maellic, GG. Hello everyone, and welcome to possibly the final game of the night on Deadwing in the top left-hand corner. Currently down 1 game, but hailing from the illustrious Britain. It is playing for Forge First Gaming, Ceonsamea.
And his opponent, down here in the bottom left, playing as the Zerg. It is a yellow player from Brought to Life, Maellic.
And nothing too crazy out of either player so far, but I mean, on Deadwing, what we've seen Maellic pretty much played Baneling Ling, Baneling Ling, and Ceonsamea really just played, I'm trying to think of the word, I'm forgetting it right now, he's played reactionary. He doesn't do one style. Yes, he's the same opening, but do you think there'd be any styles that would really favor him on this map? I mean, Reapers are not great on this map. They're decent, but do you think there's any styles that may favor him against Maellic's pretty much macro up, sit back, or not even sit back, but just like really heavy macro play?
It's a little difficult to tell. I think, the thing is, Ceon's, he's very predictable. I think that is probably his biggest weakness in a tournament format like this. The problem with people trying to predict him is all his styles are very safe, and, just generally all-round quite good styles. They incorporate a little bit of aggression, and usually aggression that can double very nice defensively. So Yeah, nice scout as well. Yeah, as you say, for Ceonsamea, with the SCV coming out, it's going to allow these Reapers to head straight for this base and pick up at least, a forced extractor from the drone.
Yeah. We'll almost kill one drone. Actually, sadly won't get that. Might get some lings here though. But metabolic boost is coming out from Maellic. Won't be here anytime soon, but he will be able to push that Reaper back. We do see, instead of doing actually interesting, he's completely changed it up from his previous game. Instead of going double racks as he's gone literally every other game, he's going to the factory, the 1-1-1 build. As I say this, I can't remember if he's done this before. He may have, but I don't think he has so far in this tonight. But looking like 1-1-1, getting the reactor onto that factory, and I'd love to see just a very quick aggression from him. And I don't know if we will see that, but we may, especially with this build order. And will he lose his Reaper? Oh, barely won't.
Yeah, it will get out, and kind of a little bit surprised to see only 2 Reapers from Ceon. He does tend to go for 3, but I mean 2 Reapers I feel is a little better and does allow him to obviously get that factory up a little faster. And actually, he does mix things up a little bit. So getting that third command center up very, very fast. Nice on Deadwing. Obviously, very good 3-base defensive map. So with really, really fast third base for Maellic as well. Actually, regularly fast third base Maellic. Allow them to get up into the kind of mid-game stage of the game pretty nice and quickly, both very comfortably as well.
Yeah, and I think that's actually where both players like to be. As you were saying, both players play very safe. So once you get the 3-rack, or it's not a 3x, once you get the 3-base economy up, you're kind of like, okay, I got all my income. I don't need to worry about that now. It's okay. How am I going to put my opponent behind? And I think that both really like that. We see Ceonsamea doing pretty much what he does every single game, I mean, so far. But getting that, I like he's getting in a little bit of a wall. He's being safe, as you were saying. He plays very safe, and not overextending, and just giving extra SCV production just for a little bit while. Actually, we'll do the orbital command finally, but he will be moving out. And as you were saying, you love this Reaper Hellion, and this is going to be really potent right here, where the Lings are not actually in position. Actually, Ceonsamea will pull back for now, and the creep spread is spreading. He actually able to cancel a lot of this creep, but he will pull back and just go to the Xel'Naga Tower. Now, I'm kind of curious what style we're going to see out of Maellic, because he did do that one early gas, but, I mean, you could see a Roach Hydra really be powerful out of these 3 bases.
Yeah, it can be really, really good. But, I mean, I think they were talking in the lobby a little bit about how they just find Lingling Muta a little bit more, or Maellic finds Lingling Muta a little bit more fun, and, I mean, it is and it isn't. I think, Lingling Muta is very much a different style to Roach Hydra, and it brings its own kind of fast-paced fun, and there is nothing like crushing through an arm with a ton of Banelings. I do love me some Banelings. It
is fun, but then you have the guys that like perfectly split, and then you kill like one Baneling for one Marine, and you're just like, ah!
Yeah, it's pretty sad.
Yeah, we do see though, Ceonsamea is playing very reactive. I mean, he plays to beat his opponent. He doesn't try to make one thing work here. And going for siege tanks, I mean, going for factories, I like that he's kind of, in some games he's gone for the Widow Mines, some games he's gone for siege tanks, and I think that's a very very good idea. Maybe siege tanks on this map a little more just because it's so big, so it's a little bit easier. You can reposition them and they don't only have one shot. We see the third base moving out.
Yeah, Ceon moving out to actually take that third base. He's obviously got a little bit of muling from it, which is kind of paid for itself already, at least until the base is mined out, and he starts losing that money again. But yeah, still pretty good. Maellic, a little bit of a late... well, most things here, actually. The upgrades, I feel, for Maellic are a little bit late. So this is
a little early, though.
Roach one, sorry?
I said his third base was a little early, though, is I think the reason.
That's true. I guess having that a little bit earlier maybe kind of delayed some of his other stuff, but still, though, he did take a bit of risk that Ceon didn't go for any kind of hellback push. If he'd gone for a strong hellback push, Maellic would have been pretty screwed with that late 8 Baneless, but he didn't, and so Maellic's 100% okay. Maybe he got a little scout off, flew in a couple overlords, maybe not. For now, though, one thing's sure is he's A-okay, and big surround on all those Hellions. That is very, very good for Maellic there. Ceon not paying attention there. He's I know he's not happy about that. Oh, is that siege tank? Oh, no, I know Ceon always does this on this map.
Getting behind the rocks. The rocks are actually halfway down, though. I mean,
Maellic,
it's better for him.
I mean, yeah, Maellic, the rocks are halfway down. They're not all the way down. And that is a crucial mistake by Maellic. He needs to, I mean, yeah, that's still 1,200 worth of 3 armor hit points. And Ceon he's in there. Maellic doesn't want to bust those down with
position too. He hasn't actually spotted it yet.
Yeah, the spire is nearly done, though. So, kind of, Ceon seems to be doing this a little bit later than normal. And as such, not quite as effective. But for now, yeah, I mean, this is really incredibly annoying. He's just going to have to actually try and get through the rocks. And he's going to lose so many lings doing this. And Ceon can probably even just trade off the tank, or he can unsiege it and lift it up when he wants to. But, this is even better if Maellic actually decides to go back and then do it again. I'm watching these rocks. I have a feeling Mouse.
I'm actually incredibly surprised that it took him so long to notice that. Like, I'm incredibly surprised because he had an Overlord literally sitting right there and the wings never came to start working on it. We do see the Metelisks coming out from Alex, so it's going to shut that down pretty hard, 11 Metelisks. And on the other side of the map, I mean, basically these macros started booming off of these racks and only producing Marines, but I think he's okay with that, and he's going on to be aggressive here, and I think it's looking good for him, especially with 4 medevacs. And Mutas actually don't quite clean it up yet. There's just enough Marines to kind of push it back, but Siege Tank will finally be taken out, and didn't get a lot of damage done actually building or unit-wise, but definitely took out a lot of just mining time. I mean, he did get some lings, but not
he got 17 kills on that Siege Tank. Probably none on the Marines. And he killed a lot of lings. He denied mining time, an entire base's worth of mining for the entire duration of that drop. So, yeah, I mean, I think that was 100% worth it for Ceonsamea. Not like a dream case scenario, but still very, very good. Little creep screening squad of Marines coming up in here for Ceon just to try and take out some of these active tumors, but he actually needs to take... Oh, well, never mind.
Yeah, the Marines in the main, though, getting a lot of work done with combat shield and stim. Actually, they're cleaning it up, though, and really surprisingly, both, wow, that was completely cleaned up. It only killed 9 workers, but, I mean, he went in there really quickly, killed 9, and then he just kind of stood there and didn't do much more. But Drilling Claws is finally done. But, I mean, he's only now really making the Widow Mines. What I thought was so cool about the previous games is, I mean, he had just constant Widow Mines, and that's what his production was. He did not make Marauders, he made Widow Mines. But now, I mean, he's kind of it's a little bit late for the Widow Mine production to start. But then again, you can do that fine though. It's not too late.
Yeah, not yet at any rate. And Ceon now taking his 4th base. Maellic has his 4th secured, but this is still like pretty good sort of timings. A little bit of kind of into a planetary. I feel like a 4th base on Deadwing is still okay to be a command even, because you've got this. It's still kind of pocket. If Ceon's army is roughly where it is now, you're defending the natural and the 3rd base and the 4th base quite nicely. So you don't really need the extra safety of that planetary. But I mean, it's a good habit to get into, just having planetary at the 4th, and it certainly helps.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I completely agree, actually, but it will help him defend if he's pushed back too much, but he is moving out for now, and I like the Siege Tanks and the Widow Mines, I was saying before, as with a different player at least. If you have all the Widow Mines with the radius of the Siege Tanks, the Widow Mines can't just be picked off by ground at least. They do get hit by the Siege Tanks. So we'll be moving out and cleaning up some of this creep, which is vital in this game here. But right now, I mean, Maellic is really he's getting up the perfect surround right here, and it's looking pretty good for him, especially on creep. There is one kind of rogue Thor in this group of Marines of Thor will move out, but all the units of Maellic are moving in now.
Oh, the Widow Mine's not super great just yet, and Maellic is crushing through once again. Ceonsamea has his Marines in the back, though, and might just be enough. I mean, I think Maellic's going to win through eventually, but fairly even trade for now for Ceon. Certainly not enough for Maellic to just kind of overrun.
Yeah, has to pull back for now. There's one nicely placed Widowmine. No Overseer with the actually Overseer is with the army now, but he can't push. He can't push for now, but he's gonna be able to push very very soon. And I mean, there's literally just nothing but Marines coming out. No siege tank, no Widowmine, and left hand side Ceonsamea is moving in on Deadwing. We do see the entire army of Maellic being pulled back, along with this great creep spread, making it very very easy. But there's not as much creep. I'd like to see like a creep tumor connecting the main and the third, and I think that'd kind of be helpful.
Yeah, it would be. I mean, that'd be kind of nice.
War Crawler may actually snipe them.
Very, very good defense there. Always worth building couplers. I mean, maybe if you had like 2 Spore Crawlers and 1 Spine Crawler, that's probably what I'd do, but it really doesn't matter. Both work pretty nicely. And yeah, Ceon now moving in to clean up this creep, and he absolutely has to keep it under control, but Maellic, at the same time, he cleans up a Widowmine up in the top left, and just with those Widowmines, sorry, those Mutalisks even, they're going to be keeping on harassing Ceonsamea, coming up towards his left-hand base and just putting the hurt on him. But Ceon has to find something else, because so far he's never quite been able to take a really, really good engagement versus Maellic, so he's going to have to change something up. I don't know what. And oh my god, this time, Maellic much, much faster into those Ultralists as well. So this is looking a little bit scary for Ceon here.
Yeah, it is looking definitely scary. He is being a little gutsy, at least in getting this base out in the right-hand corner, or not right-hand corner, but he is getting his 5th base, which he desperately needs to mine from to really keep in this game still because of his macro. Obviously, he does have a huge banquet. This is just getting better and better for him if he can do that. Now, he does have a nice... He does have a nice concave here, but it's really important what Maellic will do. Now, Maellic is the same thing for him, and I mean, both are waiting. And if both are waiting, I'm not sure really who has the advantage here. I'd probably give it to Ceonsamea for the waiting game, at least with the economy. But moving a few banelings in for Maellic, trying to see what he can see. And Chitness plating very very soon is gonna be done soon. That's gonna be 5-3 stuff. And also just again for Ceonsamea, I mean, he's been getting both upgrades for both mech and bio. And so he's only at 2-2 with ground. He will be at 3-3 very soon, but he's also at 1-1 with these Thors. So these Thors are so strong versus these mid-clouds, and we do see an attack on the left-hand side coming in for the medevac, the Thor. But actually, the entire army of Maellic will be moving in now.
Oh, that's nice, some pretty good Widowmine hits though, and Ceon's just trying to kite back against this, but the Ultralists are kind of big Widowmine hits. Sorry, big Banelings going off on the Thor. That's really really nice to see, and this is a bit of better engagement, but I still don't think it's actually good enough. He just has no answer to these Ultras, really.
Mm-hmm. And 70 Lings, or actually 80 Lings coming out, and 4 more Ultras. 3-3 is almost on. 3-3 is almost done, but it's just looking really really hard. He lost his entire second time. We do see the 5th base being attacked, but I love that attack path, going from your 3rd to the 3rd on the right hand side, just removing all the rocks. And another little drop cleaned up on the left-hand side by Mita's actually left alive and will just kind of hang out. But right now, income-wise, we do see the Terran player Ceonsamea literally at about 500, actually at about 1,000 minerals lead a minute. But I mean, I don't know I don't know really how it's going to work out just because of the sheer amount of units that Maellic has. But Ceonsamea does have a huge bank. If he can keep pushing this off, he may have hope.
Yeah, he does have 3-3 as well, but I mean, he's actually, let's take a look at the creep again. Maellic has had a push back almost to the mouth, like only just a little bit off halfway across the map, and it was well over that. Ceon has done so well in pushing that back, but
There's so many Lings, though, is the thing. There's just so... Yeah. I mean, with the Ultralisk, he's just such a hard army to deal with, especially because he's had to stop making Widowmines, essentially. He's trying to get out Thors and Marauders to deal with it. So no Widowmines. Those Widowmines are really what we're clearing up. 20, 30 Lings at a time. And I feel like it's so key. But one nice thing, though, is Maellic has really stopped the Banelings. Obviously, he's got a bank, and he doesn't want to build them maybe yet. But he does have, no Banelings yet. So if Ceonsamea takes a right engagement, he may be able to push it back just because there is no Banelings, especially with the creep being pushed back. But we do see a little drop on the left-hand side going down. Ceonsamea knows he's got to get some damage done. But Maellic now morphing those Banelings and looking very scary in his position, especially with sending Mutas to the 4th base. The 5th base.
Yeah, they're going to do pretty nicely here, even with 4 turrets. No repair on the turrets either, and they're going to take those 4 turrets down without too much trouble. The 4th one, it's a little bit late to repairing that. Yeah. They'll survive for a little while longer, and I think those SCVs all forfeit. But speaking of harassment, this force from Ceonsamea is going to get some good damage done. Moving in, sniping down that... can he get the hide? I don't think so.
If he can get the hive, that would be almost game-changing here. He won't actually... Oh, no, he's not.
Trading for lanes.
Yeah, he's not
lifts up and gets on out, only having lost 3 Marines or so. The Muta's obviously wildly out of position, and Ceonsamea uses this opportunity to grasp control of the center map, clean up some more creep, get that Zelnaga watchtower, and just be present on the map again. But as you said, very little splash damage with this army. No Widow Mines. Those factories have been churning out Thors for quite some time.
But what really is nice for Ceonsamea right there is, yes, he did lose his 5th base, and sadly, though, another command center is actually going to be lost because I don't think he's paying attention. But him doing that drop allowed him to push forward and got the entire army out of position, which is so big now. His army, though, is not in a great position. Thor's in the back. Will get surrounded by Ling. Actually, Ling's now surrounding. Not sure if they're supposed to go down. Mira's in the back, though, also doing a surround. Baneling's coming in, hitting some of these Marauders. There's so many Marauders. Marauders stemming in from the left-hand side. Ultralisk actually...
this is good for
Ceonsamea actually taking in a fantastic engagement. Ceonsamea has to push forward right now. 80 more Lings and 5 Ultralisks coming out, but he is... I mean, he can go for this 5th right now, but he has to make something happen here. Not cleaning up any creep with that scan. He's got to be so careful because he does not have his 5th, and mules are his lifeline right here.
This is going to be so long before the army's back up again for Maellic. He can completely clean up this base very, very easily. The Ling's going for rigs around, but this is a lot of bio here, clumping up pretty nicely, and I think this trades off really well for Ceon. The Ultras coming in are going to change things a bit, but all the Lings are already gone. Ceon cleans up all the Banelings. They don't get a single connection, and Ceon has started his roll to victory.
Yeah, and Ceonsamea also has a 3,000 bank, so really, with the amount of barracks he has, he can produce 8 Marines at a time, and I mean, that's a lot of Marines, at least for now, and actually a little bit more than that with reactors. But a little poke on the left-hand side, I don't know if he wants to lose the Marauders there with his gas, but he is kind of moving back, and that was key damage right there. I'd love to see him, just again, persistence, taking that 5th base again and again, even though Mutas are denying it, and he's starting to edge back into this game. We see some more Ultralisks coming out for Maellic, but with this style, he's really kind of stopped making these Thors because it destroyed a lot of the Mutalisks, and now the gas from Maellic is going to those Ultralisks, so that allows really Ceonsamea not to have to worry about these Thors and just pump out tons and tons of Marine Marauder medevac and have a lot.
Yeah, much more so. Kind of this is interesting though. 2 starports coming down from Ceonsamea. What are they going to be for? This is going to be interesting. Okay, he's just I guess just the range potential on Vikings. He did see Maellic play a very, very long ZVT early on. He saw the Broodlords come in, so he's ready if Broodlords become a threat. He's got 6 Thors, which actually they do okay against Broodlords. They can attack them from the full range. And obviously Vikings are better, but so many Ultras coming in. There's enough Thors that, oh my god, actually, there are way more Ultras than thought there were, and they are going to absolutely chew through this army from Ceonsamea on creep as well, absolutely annihilating this. And Ceonsamea is fighting back and killing them off as best he can, but there's just too much here. The bio is, oh my god, the bio is doing so well, but it can't even stim anymore. He has to lift up and run.
They are 3-3 though, by the way, while Maellic is 5-3, so completely upgraded, and they're fighting so hard right now. Actually,
that's so good.
I'm kind of curious what the 2-2 actually vehicle upgrade, surprisingly enough, but right now barely winning that. Oh, but so many Marauders, he's going to lose these and the medevacs, and these Marauders and medevacs are really key right now because he is so low on gas. Ceonsamea having to full retreat here, and really, actually surprisingly enough, he's got a ton of Marauders. He has got 22 Marauders to 15 Marines, and he's got to be careful not to overextend because they can't shoot up. That was actually one of the Terran unit ideas. I thought it was kind of funny, Marauders shooting up, and I was like, no, that's the worst idea ever. Like,
no, that's a horror.
Protoss can't do anything, man. Protoss Air is screwed then.
Yeah, but I mean, 3 Thors in production at a time. Currently only 2, but they can shoot up, and boy, can they! Fantastic against any kind of clumped up air unit, and Ceon is looking great ever since taking that big engagement. 120 army supply to 41 now. Maellic's bank wants massive 5,000 last time I checked it, and saw how big it was. Now he's at 500 income because Ceonsamea keeps on sniping this base in the bottom quarter of the map. He's not allowing Maellic to get any more. He's staffed him out on 4 bases, slug pesting him, gone toe to toe on Deadwing, and now he's moving in. 134 army supply to 37. And I think this could be Ceon's final push. What does Maellic have to contend with this? There's 2 Ultralisks and 11 Mutas and 3 Zerglings.
There is literally 33 Marauders here. Now, the one thing is, if this army gets taken out, this is so much gas of Ceonsamea here, but it's looking so strong. I mean, this thing, the Thors and Marauders take out buildings. I'm sure this army could one-shot, almost one-shot a hatch here. But they are moving in now, and they're almost. I think. Okay, I'm just not doing maths on stream.
I'm pretty sure I could more than one-shot a hatch. We'll see though. Even if it can't,
we'll see. A stim forward. Yeah.
So, yeah, just stimming forwards a couple of these units. This is great, though. Ceon knows he might be able to one-shot a hatch, but he doesn't want to put himself in a terrible position by doing so. So just a small number of Marauders coming forwards to one-shot the hatch, or to kill the hatch on the left. Well, he just... The rest of the army...
GG! Ceonsamea!
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the last game of the night, or, depending on exactly where you are, solidly into the morning. And our first player, also solidly into the morning. It's 7:45 for me, it's 7:45 him as well, from Force Gaming at Orange Terran. Ceonsamea.
Yeah, something you don't think about for the players, at least, not all the time, even though we're like, this sucks. But in the top right-hand corner, playing incredibly long games for us, representing Brought to Life Gaming, it is the Red Zerg Maellic. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm trying to think of it. Is that Ferris Bueller's Day Off? There's like that, like, oh yeah. You know what
I don't know. I've never seen Ferris Bueller's Day.
You haven't? Oh, you're a terrible American, Jamie. You're a terrible American.
Yeah. I've never been really. That's never been my strong suit.
It's being American, yeah.
Yeah.
Only one Barracks with the Reaper play this time, though. Interesting from Ceonsamea. He's actually going for a quick CC, which I kind of like on Overgrowth. Maybe not on Overgrowth. I kind of like in general. I think it's a cool idea. I actually do this on ladder. I mean, nowhere to the efficiency of him, but I often go double Reaper. And then CC.
Yeah, I mean, it can work out pretty nicely. 2 Reapers kill things literally twice as fast as 1 Reaper. So, yeah, it's pretty handy. Man. Yeah, that's, I mean, actually, that's not always true.
Never do maths on stream, Trigonal. Never do maths on string. String? Stream.
Yeah, no, God, I'll be... You're right there. I've seen, my friend does physics at university, I've seen his maths on string theory, and I'm never going to do that.
So, no, that's terrible. I don't even want to delve into that. I've, like, attempted reading a book on string theory. It is kind of like, words, things happen, man, because strings are making things up, man. You see double Reaper, though, metabolic boost. I mean, I just, again, to say, I actually really like out of Ceonsamea. He does vary it up a little. He loves his Reaper, but going for a 1-on-1 and the 3rd CC, I actually incredibly like this build right here. He's doing right here. He's getting economic, he's being aggressive. Well, it's basically, I feel like it's best of both worlds, getting aggression done and being economic. And Reaper's almost getting caught here, and actually Queen, best position possible for these Reapers. They do get out.
Yeah, they do just barely manage that, and then Ceon going for a 3cc build again, looking to take that forward base a little bit better at staging ground for pushes across the map, better to control that watchtower, and Maellic taking his 3rd base at the same time, or a little bit after Ceon's 3rd command center. But yeah, I mean, again, neither player, or in fact nobody all night, has really gone for any kind of big all-in aggressive play.
Yeah. Very safe players.
I think 1 or 2 people that have. I'm sure I remember a game, but I don't remember exactly.
There was one game, but then he did enough damage, he was able to pull back and just keep going.
Every single game has been stabilizing.
Yeah, stabilizing very, very long. From Ceonsamea, now going into more Hellion aggression, he will have to get a little more gas. I mean, he could throw down an armory, but I don't. Or he may actually. I mean, he keeps producing Hellions. This is a decent map for Hellbats too, or at least Hellions. We're going to see how he does it here. He does not have a starport out yet, though, so no medevacs for any Hellbat drops.
No, not just yet. And oh, very nice cancel there by Maellic on
It's actually beautiful.
Tumor. Yeah, so
Oh wait, he canceled that? Oh, that's awesome.
yeah, so he's going to be able to respread that. But Ceon, I think he saw that. He's coming back in to try and get it again. But we'll see whether he actually does do that, because for now he's just poking down the Satchery. He said this game his aim was to not lose his Hellions.
Not lose them, man. That's key here. And what's nice about this map is, I mean, going into the area just behind one of these Hellions. Oh, perfect. Reaper will spot it, and these Hellions actually will get out perfectly in time. But the area behind the third base is just so big. Or, sorry, in front of the third base, the left-hand side is so big that these Hellions really can maneuver very, very easily where they are right now. But only one Queen at that, and no Spine Crawler, double Evo Chamber. This is looking a lot like a different game we saw with Maellic, but I don't remember what it was.
Yeah, things.
No, it wasn't Maellic. It was a different player. Sorry, it's too long ago.
Okay.
It was legitimately like an hour and a half ago.
Yeah, I think you're probably right. But either way, things changing up a little bit. Maellic is just still going for those 1-1 ups, though. No Roach Hydra play coming in here. Although we did see it on Inferno Pools. I guess that's Maellic's Roach Hydra map.
Yeah, the map. That's the map.
Maybe. I need to find a Lingben Muta map. It's not going to be Inferno Pools. I don't like Inferno Pools. I will always beat Inferno Pools.
Interesting base choice for Ceonsamea. I feel like it's definitely the more aggressive. He can stay aggressive while falling back onto that base instead of having to go defend on the right-hand side. But also he's got a black spot now on the right-hand side, and he's got to be careful not to let anything come through. While on the other hand, Maellic has complete vision of that pretty much with these overlords if he wants to.
Yeah, absolutely. Maellic's Overlord spread really quite nice here. I'd really like to see Ceon clear up that Overlord that's kind of hovering over his natural, because it's always going to be there, Ceon. Just that's where you put the Overlord. That's the way they put like the first Overlord.
Yeah, that's every Zerg when you're looking up like how to play Zerg. They're like, put the Overlord next to the natural on the high ground. Like, oh, okay, that works.
Yeah.
1-1 also started, by the way, for Ceonsamea, but the 1-1 of Maellic is about 40 seconds faster. But, I mean, for now, both players not really being super aggressive. 4 bases are down, and the armory is finally going down, though, for Ceonsamea. I don't know if that's for 2-2. It very well could be, but it will also allow his 6 Hellions to go into Hellbat mode, and maybe we'd see some damage on it, especially when there's literally, like, there's almost this hatchery is kind of blocking Maellic's way, maybe a little bit. Actually, I think that actually helps him defending. I think it's better for him. But definitely, there's no spine crawlers, no nothing. But the creep spread is doing great, so he should be able to spot any sort of Hellbat aggression, anything like that. But Spire coming down from Maellic, so just pretty normal Lingbane mid. I'd love to see some player figured out a Lingbane something else composition. I mean, sometimes you see Infestors, but not really all too common.
Yeah, I mean, I think that could come in with Hearth of Swarm, maybe.
Legacy of the Void.
But I'm sure. Yes, Legacy of the Void.
No, I guess.
I'm not sure. I don't think so. I think everything for Legacy of the Void is much more geared towards Roach Hydra, which I think is beautiful because I play Roach Hydra.
Why so? Why do you think that? Just economic-wise?
Because it morphs from Roaches and Hydras.
Oh, yeah. Lurkers and in the Siege one. That's actually a great point. That is a fantastic point, actually.
Oh, hold on. Maellic is coming in for an engagement, and a big sign of long. Again, lots and lots of links here. But this time, Ceon does have those Hellbats alive, so they soak up quite a few of the Veining shots, and it isn't quite as dominant as it was last game, although, I mean, in the end, the result is still the same. Maellic has some links left over. Ceon, he has to lift up and go home.
And Baneling speed now is done, by the way, for Maellic. Yeah. I just like to point out that that's like Roach Hydra. You can be ultra aggressive, and then when you can't actually push into your opponent, you're like, fine, I'll just sit here with Lurkers and Ravagers and just destroy you. So that's like if your opponent if your opponent contains you, man, that's actually great. It's basically like I have the option to be fast and do damage. And then I have the option to also go into siege mode, and it's all from the same tech choice.
Yep, it's like kind of like Marine tanks. It'll be a lot more like giving Terran taste their own medicine, seeding up with a bunch of Lurkers with Ravagers on top, and then just whittling away all their buildings.
Adepts, though, all the Protoss players are just like love Adept. All the Korean Protoss players are just I heart Adept, literally like on their Twitter. But we do see some. What?
It's going to be an interesting one.
Yeah, and no stats on it yet, too. It could be like a Reaper, or it could just be like the weakest unit ever doing damage. I have no idea.
Well, so far,
I doubt it'll be a Reaper, but I mean, I doubt
so
it'll
far
be a Reaper.
In the video, they showed it two-shotting SCVs, so...
Oh, they did?
Got a fair amount of damage, however much exactly it does. But we'll see exactly how much later on. But for now, double Banelings. Actually, really kind of inefficient there by Maellic.
Sorry about that. You can go ahead.
Yeah, kind of inefficient there by Maellic. A lot of those Banelings went into the Marauder. Quite a few of them died before they actually made any kind of connections. And on the kind of top right-hand side, is there like one Marine just attacking a... Yeah, I don't know whether I think it was just one Marine attacking the Extractor, but the medevac and the Marine eventually do get cleaned up. And now Maellic getting his Ruthless Flock up, 20 Banelings morphing in. And I mean, Ceonsamea is going to try pushing in here again, but this is going to be tough. Last game, he lost every single engagement basically until not quite the final one, but until he just took one. And that's going to be much more punishing on Overgrowth. A smaller map where Maellic can really make Ceon hurt if he loses engagements. And we'll see how well this goes in. Good Widowmine hits so far. And another one.
Big Widowmine hits actually right there. Actually turning the tide of this battle, I think, with the Thor and these Marines. Oh, it's looking dicey though. The Mutilus section may overwhelm as both players kind of funnily have to retreat. You normally see one player pursue the other one, but this time they're like, oh nope, you can go back. Just like make what you want.
One of those Widowmines had 31 kills before it died there. That is even on Lings, that is a lot of kills.
How do you always see the kills so fast? I feel like you tell me the kills, but like they're already all dead, and I'm just kind of like, oh wow, I may have gotten one, but
it's because I'm super pro.
Super pro, man. You have pro skills. Drilling Claws down, though, and I mean, so far, by the way, Ceonsamea's Widowmines have been great. They've been really nice. I mean, grids, basically. Just nice grids. And I think that's great from him. We do see a drop, maybe happening for Ceonsamea on the right-hand side. I'd love to see him I'd love to see one of these players kind of rush out for a gold base.
Yeah, I mean, last game, the last game we saw Maellic play on Overgrowth. Really long game, and we saw kind of both players coming down to the goal base. Really, definitely the point of contention in that game was around the Terran player's goal base, and we'll see whether it comes down to the same thing. In this game, if Ceon does decide to try and secure the goal base earlier, then obviously a bit more risk at the time, but it'll be easier once it gets down to that really low econ situation to secure the pocket base down the right hand side. And a few Marines being sent off to their death just to clean up a couple of creep tumors. Maybe it's worth it, maybe not. I don't know. It's probably pretty okay. Maellic's creep side is relatively well under control. Ceon getting a drop into the main base. Maellic actually not responding to this just yet, so he's going to lose a gas for this, possibly several drones as well. Actually, no. Okay, he already had some Lings and Banes there, so that's pretty nice for him. Ceon's going to move in and find another angle as the Mutilus
maybe get a Spire. The top.
He's not going to kill that. He's gonna go. It's better to go for drones generally anyway, unless you know, like you're attacking multiple places at once or you've done other damage. And
no, I don't think you would. It was just kind of. It looked like a juicy thing, but actually on the left-hand side or in the middle of the left base, doing some damage. But Thor out of position. A ton of Lings actually. Wow, we actually kind of 84 Lings here, but they know they can't move any farther forward. And some preliminary drilling. Wow. Drilling Claws allowed him to get up really quickly, and those Widowmines didn't actually detonate on those two Lings.
Yeah,
that was brilliant. Nice. That was brilliant. Never seen that before. Literally never seen that before.
What, you never seen players unburrowing their mines because they don't want them to go off and target?
Well, no, I've seen it, but I've seen it when it's been not with Drilling Claws, and then it does go off, even though they're trying to like get it up quickly. And so I've hardly ever seen someone actually get it and nothing happens. Normally I see one of them go off, like they're late.
Okay. Anyway, Ceon coming in for drop again. This time with the Marauder, much better for soaking up some Baning hits, much better for kind of taking down these extra units. But again, the Mutilus are here. They're kind of ready to clean this up, and they're going to focus down that medevac very nicely. But I mean, last time he lost. Okay, this time losing far fewer Mutas. Last time there were 3 Mutas that went down for that. This time just the one makes it a good trade for Maellic. But at the same time, all the same, those Mutas being pulled out of position, and Maellic's trying to kind of set up for an engagement, but Ceon's not willing to step far forwards enough. If he goes too far onto creep here, Maellic will come in from 2 different angles and probably from the rear with his Mutilus as well and just tear Ceon apart. But Ceon knows this. He can just kind of hold this position, stop the goal base going down, and try and try and kind of mine Maellic out on 4 bases, and that's how he won last game.
Yeah. Left-hand side, a little bit of Ceonsamea's units cleaned up, but they will get out. And with Ceonsamea is such an aggressive stance because of these Widow Mines have to stay in the same position. He is the first to get the gold base. And this is going to be key whether he can defend it or not. These missile turrets are being taken out by the left-hand side. There's a ton of Banelings moving in. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Oh! I don't know how many was killed right there, but that was a decent amount. And looks like the gold base is going to be taken out. Also, only 1 missile turret getting up. And as I was saying, with these Widow Mines, they basically make Ceonsamea have to stay stationary for a little while. Gold base is going to go down completely. Left-hand side, a little bit of a drop, trying to get some workers down. It is currently 21 workers killed to 23 workers killed. But Ceonsamea pushing very aggressively forward, trying to clear out as much creep as he can. And right now, looking really interesting for him. I mean, only 2 Widow Mines. I feel like he needs a lot more to make those really big Widow Mine hits that he's been making. Actually, 4 now. Thor is coming in, and actually SCV's working on these Thors too. This is becoming very, very close. I'm not sure who's going to win here.
Nice Widowman hit there. Picks off a couple of Mutas in conjunction with the Thor, which is going to back off. But yeah, really nicely based out there by Ceon. And I say these ultras coming in. Maellic's setting up for a big surround. Is Ceon a little too far forwards? We'll see when Maellic actually decides to go for it.
Little group of Marines and Marauders, though, on the, like middle of the middle to the right-hand side of this army, just below the ramp.
Yeah, they're just kind of moving up now. But Ceon's spreading out quite nicely. The problem is whether or not he's spreading out too much. So I guess we'll find out even when the engagement comes down. But both players, they are so well set up for the engagements, and they're just kind of waiting, not quite, both a bit hesitant to take it, but I mean, Ceon, with his high damage units, can kind of push forwards and try and snipe off, threaten little sections of this army, as he is doing now. Just kind of damaging that ultra, moving forwards, picking it off, and Maellic's going to go for it with a little bit. Nice baiting connections there, but just trade off for it. No.
Both players have a pretty big bank.
Here we go.
Gold base of Ceonsamea is down. See on the right hand side, Banelings and Ultimus moving in, but Mutalisk moving in from the front. And I'm actually a very nice kind of sandwich here coming for Maellic, but most of it being cleaned up. Now the Marauders and the Marines, there's not that much anti-air here, but they pushed quite well there. I actually think he kind of divided himself up a little bit too much and didn't have exactly what he wanted to. But we see three more Ultras, 20 Lings on the way. But not actually that much reinforcing right now for Ceonsamea. He's got to be very careful, but he did beat that preliminary army. What he has to do is here, he needs to take out one base. He needs to take out one base, and it'll be worth it.
Yeah, absolutely, and he's going to get that 100% guaranteed. Fighting against this, if he can take down the Mutalisk, he can lift up and fly away. Oh, the Broodlords have come in for Maellic, and this is going to be bad for Ceonsamea. He is not better than this. Oh, the Banelings crashed through here as well. But, I mean, almost all the Mutalisks are dead, so he is going to get these Medocs out, and that's 100% the most important thing in that engagement, because they've got to a stage where losing an army, not the biggest deal, especially with Broodlords. There's no way they're going to kind of be able to get across the map, even on a map of small overgrowth and punish. Ceonsamea, even his multitasking is going to be so good against these Broodlords, and he's not quite going to get this bait. Oh, actually, is he? No, but next time.
Ceonsamea doesn't have concussive shells. Just noticed that.
Really?
No, he doesn't have it at all. Yeah. What I was going to say also is that being so aggressive and kind of both players saying that, okay, we have the Great Concave, you have to attack into us, really also allowed him to take this gold base and so much economy right now. Bottom right-hand base is still taking
losing his medevacs. All the medevacs are going down nearly, and Ceon, he can't afford to be choosing between medevacs and Vikings right now. He needs Vikings out to take care of the Broodlords, but he has to have medevacs to have, actually sustain his bio as well. And he's moving back. The Thors, they help out against the Broodlords a little bit, but oh my god, this Overlord I said at the start of the game, finally going down. But I mean, Ceon, his gold base is under severe threat now.
And these rocks are not taken out, so I mean, he's going to take a very long time to actually get there. The Planetary Fortress is only going to be able to deal with the Broodlings, and SCV's working on... Actually, SCV's saying screw it, And, very nice, though. There's a couple of Vikings get in, but there's just too many. Too many for those. If these Thors can get a nice angle, though, maybe something, but this base Planetary will go down. And, yeah, I mean, I don't think he thinks he has enough minerals to actually heal it, but it will die now.
Yeah, he just can't sustain through that damage of the Broodlords, and he doesn't have the Vikings. He's building another starport, but he needed that a little while ago. He needed to kind of scout that the Great Spire was going down and see that was a risk. For now, Ceonsamea is he's gonna push forward. He's gonna try and threaten Maellic and force him to move back. But Maellic's got a great engagement position here with the Broodlords over this little bit of terrain in the center of the map. Ceonsamea knows that he can see them coming in. He can see them slowly creeping towards him. And he knows he has to turn. Also, top left of the map, Ceonsamea takes out... that goes off in Broodlings. Ceonsamea takes out a base. Really, really nice. The right-hand side of the map as well, he managed to... Wow, did Maellic actually just transfuse that up to full? I guess so. That's pretty nice.
Yeah, we do see a large engagement though happen in the middle of the map. Vikings doing a lot of damage onto these Broodlords, actually one-shotting them. Some very nice splits, and only the Ultralisk is left. Actually, Ceonsamea pushing very, very hard. He has to just get through this very preliminary, or he's just to get through these couple of Broodlords, or sorry, the Broodlings, and now there's only Broodlords and Corruptors left. The entire ground army has been destroyed, and there is no bank for Maellic here. Only 8 lings literally being made, and this is so key right here. If somehow Ceonsamea can push out some more Marines, it looks like there's 11 Marines at a time. He is mealing really, really hard here. Actually, the majority of his bases were planetaries, but I mean, this base will hopefully. This
one's gonna go down.
I don't know if it will though.
Oh no! Maellic stops attacking it. Is it gonna get away? No, it's not. The Broodlords can kill it if the Corruptors don't.
SCVs, come on, SCV boys. He doesn't have enough to repair it. But like I was saying, literally only 1 Ultralisk and 16 lings. This is looking better and better for the small amount of units. Ceonsamea definitely has the favor if it's a small amount of units for a small amount of units.
Yeah, but I mean, Maellic, the Broodlords are seizing up his base, and it's going to be so difficult, almost impossible for Ceonsamea to actually engage them. Just 4 Broodlords, there's enough support that he can't get the Viking count out. Not for a good long while. 3 Vikings being produced at the time, but I mean, the Mutalisks are so good on Vikings. The support of the Marines is going to help clear those up, though, and 2 more Broodlords being morphed. 6 Broodlords kill this base off pretty quickly, but as you say, nothing left on the ground. Ceonsamea is moving forwards. There's 2 Ultras in production, but they're not going to be done for another 20 seconds or so. And even then, they're going to have to group up, and there's a lot of Marauders in this army. So I don't know where to call it. Again, it's so close. And Maellic, the Broodlords are chewing away at what Ceonsamea has.
Yeah, there's only 2 medevacs actually for Ceonsamea. He's got to be so careful of what he does. But still, it's so close. Maellic actually has to pull back.
Maellic's
and
coming in.
This is it, having a lot of Ultras on each side, actually almost on a full surround. Baneling's coming in. Oh, big Baneling hits actually. Ceonsamea doing decent splits now. He has to get rid of these Ultralists before the Broodlings come in, so he'll be able to only concentrate on the Broodlords, but the Broodlords are so slow here. And I mean, that last Ultralisk taking out so much. 8 Marines and 2 Marauders coming out. Actually, there's actually a decent army for Ceonsamea back at home, kind of in the corner.
Yeah, there's a little bit going to go in and take out this hatchery, and they're going to get it with +3 Marauders. 3 of them just absolutely chewing through that. That's dead. That's gone. And that's Maellic's only mining base right now. Ceonsamea is lifting up and going to main. He's going to try and snipe out. I don't know, this extract. This extract has nearly 2,000 gas in it. That's so much at this stage in the game. The medevac gets taken out, but those crops actually can't deal with
the spawning pool, I guess. Go for something. Come on, Marauders. This is what you do. This is your life.
And Ceonsamea's got so much concentration.
26 damage a hit. Nope, setting not to. Oh, great choice.
Oh, he's gonna get the Ultra though. That's worth it.
1 more Ultra out, but I mean, the one thing that's banking so good for Ceonsamea is 3 Marines, only 50 minerals apiece, and this gold base is all the Marines he could ever want. So this is the one really nice thing that his units do not cost as much gas as Maellic's really do, but right now he's got to be so careful. Oh, he cannot engage his Broodlings. He's got to be so careful. He cannot afford Vikings though. At the same time, he needs medevacs to be able to support this army. And if he can get a nice angle on these, maybe. But he's going for the bases right now, and his gas actually starting on his gas. His gold base is up now.
Yeah, this is so tough. Ceonsamea wants to be able to just run in under those Broodlords, but if he ignores the Ultralisk, his Marines will all die. Double drop being loaded up by Ceon. There's 4 Vikings now, but still too many Corruptors from Maellic. He has been taking way too many tips from Dark. And Ceon, this is going to be a little bastion of his. He's going to kill so many drones. 7 drones, 6 drones left for Maellic. And this could be the moment. Oh, the Broodlords were unprotected for just a second, but Ceon, I mean, with no medevac support, it's going to be so tough this bio. Every stim is going to bring it closer and closer to death, but still, Ceon is getting straight on top of the production of Maellic.
Medevacs, though.
He's actually just going to try and stim and run away. via this base. He's going to meet up with his medevacs, just get this bio out, get it healed up, and get it in for another engagement. Because Ceon, he can afford to be a bit patient. He can afford to play the waiting game. 98 army supplies, 63, 47 workers to 6. He is the king of income right now.
Yeah, but that's kind of what I really feel like. I don't want to say it's a racial win, but I feel like really Ceonsamea just has an edge because purely his base unit, 3-3 Marines, are so dang good. And we do see concussive shells finally, by the way, for Ceonsamea. He does have that. And a very nice pickup by Thors. They are, Ceonsamea is working on these Lings, now working on the Ultralisks. All Ultralisks are gone, and now this is it. He has to focus down these Broodlords. He has to right now, and pulling back 2 Vikings on the way, though. He's got to be so careful. He does have these 2 medevacs that have decent health, but he needs to wait a little while, and he's really giving Maellic a time. But, I mean, Maellic right now, Maellic has 6 workers, and I mean he's
giving Maellic the time to do what? To long distance mine with 6 workers.
That's what I know. I said that after a little while. 6 workers.
This is such a good position, and he catches the Broodlords.
Yes,
the Corruptors aren't with them. The Vikings are going to take them down. 2 Broodlords come down. The Corruptors come in. Ceon, be careful. The Vikings move back, and they're all alive. Vikings are faster than Corruptors. The Bio's coming up to support as well, and Ceon continually producing those Vikings up to 9 now, 2 more on the way, and he's going to be able to fight these Corruptors pretty soon. Only 6 Corruptors. I'm pretty sure the Vikings can take that, especially given they've got +2 weapons, admittedly. Maellic on +3, but, I mean, Vikings are so good on Corruptors.
My one worry for Ceonsamea is his entire production is in his main, and these Broodlords are very close to that. If he had them in his 3rd or his 4th, I'd be okay, but very scary for him. He does not want to lose production. Vikings and a small amount of Marines actually moving in, though. The actual main army moving back. I think this is what he wants to do. He wants to trap this army.
He's going to get Broodlord here. That's 1 dead Broodlords, 2 dead Broodlords.
4 so far dead.
The Vikings killed it. Actually, he's just going to focus on the Broodlords. No, he's going for Corruptors now. He's got to make a decision. He kills. There's 1 more Broodlord. Another volley, and it's down.
Yes, it's gone.
But Maellic is gone. There's nothing else that can hit ground. What's he got? 2 queens. That's it. That's all his army. 2 queens and the Corruptors. He's got nothing to stop Ceonsamea from rampaging through his base and killing everything. Ceonsamea is going to round of 16.
Ceonsamea taking 2nd place in the round of 16 Group B, and I think Alceister took 1st.